Good thing we are not talking football. We're not talking sports. We're going to talk a little TCG. We're going to talk Pokemon. Eric's got me looking up Disney cards now because, man, like I was telling Eric before we started recording, I want that Donald Duck in the Cubbies uniform, man.
That's a cool
That
one.
card's sick. Long term though, are people buying into Disney cards because today's the release day? Are they buying into these Disney cards to resell them? Like, is that the whole purpose of why people are buying into them, or are they just having fun opening up some packs?
I wonder if they're trying to bring in the Disney people. When I say Disney people, I mean the people who go to Disney every year. They watch all the movies. They get engaged at
Yes.
Disneyland, Disney
Yes.
World, and now they're trying to bring them into the cards
Yep.
hobby. Like, okay, this is another thing that I have to buy.
Great thought.
Takes up way less space than all the plushies that they buy, or like all the other BS that they buy, and it's the same thing. You know, you have like Mickey and Minnie fanatics who are gonna buy this because it's just Mickey and Minnie. So then you just like you can extrapolate. There's people who have favorite Disney movies that are gonna be like, yo, like Jafar, that's my guy, or whatever, you know, like, and then they're gonna chase it, and there's probably enough Jafar people who will drive a market up to where it's like, oh dang, I've gotten my money back from the packs. Jason said that I can go get these at Target, which is good. I hope
I'm sure you can. Yeah, like
expensive.
blasters and megas. I'm sure you can find those because that's my thought process. Is it's probably not going to be a set that's going to be flying off the shelves. Maybe right now, the moment people start listing card prices online, then yeah, people are probably going to start buying them. But eventually, maybe in the next couple of months, you're going to be able to buy these and have fun and just rip some packs. You know,
Maybe.
they have autographs in them. Melissa
Yeah, exactly.
McCarthy like signed one.
Yeah, Tom Hanks signed the Woody
Tom
one.
Hanks makes. Yeah, that's
Damn,
awesome.
that would be
Who's Melissa McCarthy?
She
in the Disney World.
Oh,
Like,
I
what
just
character?
saw it too. She was now I'm drawing a blank on it. I saw it today. I forgot what character she
I'm gonna look it up now.
plays. Is it from Little Mermaid?
Mm.
Maybe it was in
It would have
was
to
it
be
in the
a
live
remake
action
or
Little Mermaid
something.
one?
Live action Little Mermaid. You're right,
Yeah.
Chase.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
She's like the villain. I don't remember the name of the
She's
She was
Ursula?
She was Deanne Amy and Kim Possible.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Kim Possible.
And she's in your favorite fall show.
Yeah, dude. Suki, what's up? Gilmore Girls is awesome. If you guys haven't watched Gilmore Girls, you should watch Gilmore
Great.
Girls.
Yeah, we're
And
not talking.
she's from the area, isn't she? From somewhere?
Yeah, she's from
somewhere
Illinois.
in
yeah, she's
Chicago
a Chicago
suburbs?
girl.
Well, yeah,
half.
it wasn't like Mike and Molly, that show, wasn't that?
Yeah, it was based in Chicago.
Based in Chicago.
Mhm.
Look
Yep.
at us going on a tangent already. Let's go ahead and run this intro and get right into
Yeet.
it. All right. Let's talk some Pokemon, man. Because people, we've talked many times. We've had, other podcast episodes where we talked about Pokemon cards. People were very upset when we've talked about investing in Pokemon cards. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when the Wall Street Journal is writing articles talking about Pokemon cards and people investing in Pokemon cards and how the Pokemon card market is outperforming the S&P, you can't sit back and tell me that you can't be investing in Pokemon cards anymore. We understand that's not the intention of Pokemon. That's not the market they're trying to reach for, but that's today's hobby, right? Like now you have Destined Rivals. You have Destined Rivals booster boxes selling for $500. That set just came out in May. It took Chilling
That's
Reign
crazy.
since
I remember. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it took Chilling Reign since I think 2019 or whatever that set came out to finally reach $500 now.
Finally reached 5. Oh my gosh. Am I wrong? But were maybe 4 or 5 years ago, booster boxes were typically around $100.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
If somebody was buying a booster box at like $120, $125, $130, like when we bought ours, I think we bought the Evolving Skies one for $130. I think from Dean's Dugout. That at the time, that was a lot of money for a booster box.
Right. Yeah. And I remember
Now
we
they're
went to
pre-selling for double.
Kung Fu Kenny's card shop, and I forgot. I've only been there once, but I forgot which expansion was just released at the time. But if you found a booster box for $99, $100, that was a good buy. I think he had it selling for like 125, 120, and it was just, just over that threshold where I didn't want to buy it. But
Wasn't that Vivid Voltage?
No, it was even before that. When at least the one time that I went there with you guys. But fast forward to today, and if you could find a booster box for to even double that price to like $200 something, then jump on it. But
Yeah.
those don't exist.
Oh, because now you have sets coming out, like the Mega Evolution set that's coming out. Those booster boxes are pre-selling for $300 already. Pre-sale $300. I used to buy my booster boxes, and granted, this was like maybe a year or two after the set has already come out, and they dropped in price. I was buying them for $90 because that's what was happening. The sets no longer relevant, and it drops in price because people aren't buying them. The days of buying a booster box, like Luke was saying, for $100, even $125, those days are long gone. I'm telling you right now, eventually, because next year, 30th anniversary of Pokemon, they're going to be releasing some type of big set during that time, I'm guessing, similar to what they did with Celebrations. What are we about to see a Pokemon booster box pre-sale for $500 starting?
Very likely.
Do like a case thing.
Yeah. Cases, $2,000. Like, what is happening? And the crazy people are buying them. People are buying them. ETBs, man, the ETBs one is what blows my mind because we used to find them at Target, for $55, and now they pre-sell for $100.
55 cheeseburgers, 55 fries, 55. John gets it.
I do get it. Let me pass. Let me go. Please.
If nobody knows
feel
what we're
like-
talking about, watch I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. It's Tim Robinson's show. Very funny. Anyway, back to the show. Back to the Jelly Cards podcast.
I made my face because I feel like ETBs are like $40, not even 55. I'm pretty sure I bought my Evolving Skies ETBs for $40.
I mean,
when we
they
went
drop,
to when we went to I can't keep up with all these fucking card shows, but what's the one that's in Rosemont, Illinois? The big one that we went, the spectacular. I remember buying 2 ETBs. They're in my closet. I can maybe like grab them in a second. I can include them in show and tell, which we haven't done yet. But I made a deal with the seller to do 2 for, it was $30 or $35 each.
Beautiful.
Which is like pretty good. And
Damn.
And then on that same note, I'm pretty sure I've shown this during show and tell during one of the episodes, is my Vivid Voltage ETB, which I bought for $70 at Dean's Dugout.
Which was probably a lot at the time.
It was a lot at the time. Now it's I could be like plus or minus $15, but it's over $100. I know that. So saying all that to the points that we're making on how crazy sealed Pokemon product has become.
Well, it's like now, honestly, I think you have to have the realization of, do I open it or do I just keep it sealed? Because somebody like Eric who loves to rip packs, that's all he wants to do. He's not sitting here wanting, you'll probably sit on some sealed product, but if you have your own case of booster boxes in front of you, I mean, knowing how the market is and knowing that, okay, hey, in a couple months, this might already be going up in price. Are
I think
you
there's
ripping? Are you holding it?
There's no wrong answer, because if you're a person that wants to rip and you want to form a collection, finding like if you can get your hands on sealed Pokemon product, then you rip it because you're ripping it at the cheapest time. And if you want to buy that expansion in the future, it's only going to be more, which on the other side of the coin, holding it is also the right answer because of what I just said. Almost everything sealed Pokemon goes up in price over time substantially,
Yeah, I can't think of a set that has gone down in price.
or they at least keep up with inflation, if not more.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's what the article was saying.
Well, how do you feel about it, Eric? I mean, you love you want
I
to
think
buy
it's
Pokemon to rip it, which is you're the true you are a true collector. I mean,
no,
don't
I'm a
get me
kid.
wrong, like we're not saying like, myself if I'm holding Pokemon boxes or if Luke's holding Luke does both. I mean, you can do both, but it's like if you are looking at it from an investor standpoint, is it smart to just not even rip it anymore?
Yeah, which sucks because there's like kids who are priced out, which sucks. Which is why like I think which is another reason. I mean, it's not the main reason, but another reason why I think it's good to, if you're gonna buy it, rip it. Like, cause then it I don't know. Just they were meant to be ripped. They're meant to be like played with. If you get lucky, sure, sell the good ones. But like, it's supposed to be like ripping packs and having fun, especially for Pokemon. I'm just a
Well,
kid. Like,
yeah.
it's just like I just want to be like when I was a little kid, because like I didn't have money as a kid. Now I have my own money, so I'm gonna rip the packs, and I'm gonna rip as many as I can, as many as I want to buy. It's like a revolt against having to ask my parents for money and getting told no.
That's right.
Same with shoes, man. Same with sneakers. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah. Well, have you guys seen so Inferno X, they're starting to release like some of like the cards that are going to be in Inferno X, and that's going to have the new Mega Charizard in it. Some Japanese sellers, because obviously it's already been released in Japan, they have the Mega Evolution Charizard already. A lot of them are already have the card listed on eBay, and they're at like $800 buy it now or best offer. None have sold, but they already have them listing at $800. The Lucario Mega one from the gold one and the
Yeah.
Gardevoir from the one that we bought, those are already selling for like $700-800.
Damn.
So it's like, I mean, here that's the problem because now you're getting to a point where the Wall Street Journal's telling you, "Hey, Pokemon's a great investment," and you see all these people are listing cards for $800-900. Booster boxes are accruing value a couple months after a set's released. Even small little ETBs are accruing value after a couple years. So, I can understand the frustration from the Pokemon community, but you can't be naive and look at it and go, like, I can't imagine everybody that plays the game of Pokemon doesn't also sell a card or who's also not sitting on a stack of boxes behind them. And that has to be where your anger's coming from because you're mad because you can't do it, right? I mean, is that where probably some of your anger is? Sure, you're building a deck, but what happens when you don't use that deck anymore? You probably sell it because somebody else out there will want that deck, and then you move on. I'm sure they're probably sitting on Pokemon product, on sealed product too. So, how do you feel about it, John?
I'm getting, like I said in the group chat, I'm getting kind of mad with the Poke community, mostly because of I don't think that the people who are actually playing the game are sitting on a lot of sealed product, but I can see your point in that once they, I guess, move on from a card from their deck, either they sell it to make some money and go buy more cards, or they hold on to it. But I don't think they're going to hold on to it for a very long time once they see these prices continue to climb and the general interest for every mega chase or every SIR from every set, just these prices just keep going up. And eventually, like you guys talked about on a previous episode, you're going to get to the point where you hit your number and it's like, okay, I have to sell this card. That I can't hold on to this $400 card. I'd rather have the $400. So I think that's happening. I'm pissed in general with the cost of Pokemon cards, because I have been in a lot of Whatnot streams recently because the Mega Evolutions is coming out. We purchased some ETBs, and that made me just super interested, like it always does to everything that we do with jelly cards. Gets me into this shadow realm of freaking buying cards. So I would join Whatnots, and all the packs are selling for minimum $10 a pack. Like, if the only way that anyone will take less than 10 is if you buy a bunch of cards. Like, if you want to buy a full booster box, they'll sell it to you for $320, $325. And like, legit example, yesterday I was in a Whatnot stream, and the listing, they had a listing for 100 Mega Evolution packs, 100, and the listing was $950. I sent an offer of 800, and it was declined, and I was just so sad. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy because it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Woo!
I'm happy.
but
I'm happy you didn't
yeah.
get it too,
Oh,
man.
Dodge that
But
bullet.
That's how you know you're just
living on the edge.
scrolling and going
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
When you
But-
submit an offer, but then you're relieved when it's declined.
Yep.
but like
You're
Jason said,
gambling.
one of the like big hits, the golds, they're selling for $600, $800. So if I hit one of those in 100 packs, I already made most of that money back. And same with the Gardevoir, even the Venusaur Mega Evolution SAR, the Bulbasaur, all these cool hits. Like, once the set comes out, it's really popular and it's people want it, so they pay crazy amounts of money. And even if I don't sell it right away and I got it and I graded it and it gets a 10, then I'm assuming that I can be one of the first people to set that market, the PSA 10 market. But yeah, Jason, that's me approaching Pokemon as an investment, and it kind of sucks because I don't know, it gets me angry because there are packs selling for $10 to $11 when in reality they should be like $4 to $5.
Well, yeah,
people
they
are-
should. Yeah, go back to being what, like $4.99 or $5.99,
Yeah.
whatever. Like a single pack was
So if there's
before this whole.
people, yeah, if people are out there who are trying to play the game or they're trying to build master sets, they're going to be spending thousands of dollars to build that set, and that just seems unfair. And then to end my rant, it gets even more frustrating when, like, I was in another live stream and another pure, like, completely honest example. This seller was selling raw WOTC cards. He flashed a first edition Vaporeon Hollow, and I asked for the price on it, and the price that he said was $250 for a raw first edition Vaporeon. So I was like, I was trying my
Seems
best to not
very
be.
high
That seems
Yeah,
super
thank you.
high.
for a
Exactly.
Vaporeon.
Exactly.
You're
That's what I
touching
thought as well.
Charizard numbers right there.
Yeah, man. So Jungle first edition Vaporeon Hollow. I went to eBay and I was like, there's no way that this card is worth $250 raw. And I was looking at PSA prices, I was looking at raw prices, and raw prices were in like the 50s to the 70s. And I messaged, like, PSA 7 most recently sold for $160. So I sadly, I can't get that high. And then he just was like, make me an offer, make me an offer. And I was like, honestly, I don't really want to. I don't think we're anywhere near where my offer would
Just be
be.
honest, yeah, dude, I'm gonna lowball
Yeah.
the shit out of you right now.
Yeah, so
Not
I'm gonna
lowball,
pass.
just like gonna bring you back
Yeah,
to
I'm
reality.
just, you know what? I'm gonna offer what the card is actually worth.
Yeah. And
So
you're gonna be like,
that's like-
no, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, and that's another part of the Facebook group that I've noticed as well. I sent you guys that one comment, but another comment was like, somebody posted a rare hit and they were asking what the card value is or where do I go about finding out the value. And the top comment was, if you want to get 40% of the value of your card and just hear nonstop lowball offers, sell it to somebody in this group. If you actually want to get what the card is worth, sell it online. And that's like kind of what I'm picking up on. It's a lot of like anger / I know better than you You don't know what your card is worth. You shouldn't be investing in Pokemon cards. Like, my card is valuable, your card's not valuable. It's just getting frustrating. It's getting really sad.
Well, let's
But yeah. And
get into like some happy thoughts here. Let's get into some show and tell. Let's cheer you up a little bit because we'll continue with the Pokemon talk because I'm sure we'll just continue to get pissed off after this. But let's see
yelled
some
at
cards
online.
real quick. Let's see some PC cards. I'm sure everyone's got a really cool Pokemon card to show off. So who wants to go? Sure, I'll go ahead.
You can handle it.
I'm gonna show off a card that was gifted to me by John, and I'm gonna show off the full art Dragonite from Evolutions, man. This card for the longest time, yep, I was chasing this card for a very long time. John knew that I really wanted it. For some odd reason, I just never pulled the trigger on eBay. And then I don't even know why you even gave this to me. I think you just gave it to me.
He doesn't need a reason. Just
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
Just
I
a
don't think it
gift.
was like a
And you know
birthday or
why?
something. I think you just was like, here you go. It might have made maybe for like Christmas, birthday. I don't know. But I'm
You know
very
what?
happy.
Giving mainly you guys cards as gifts might be more fun than buying cards for myself because
Yep.
giving gifts are fun. That's number one. Number two, I get to scratch my itch
It's just
Yeah,
love
with
language.
buying
exactly.
cards.
Yep.
And number three, I'm not like wasting money on myself. Like I just did air quotations. So it's like a write-off, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like we
Exactly.
always get each other cards that like we know that we won't end up buying, like ourselves. Like we always typically will find a card that like, it's not, not something like one like the Mr. Mime ones that, that Eric and John used to talk about all the time. And then I was like, oh, perfect. Their birthdays are coming up. Let's get Mr. Mimes.
Yeah,
You love
that's
Gengar, and I
true.
gave you that
Yeah.
Japanese Gengar V. It's just like
Yep.
these are cards that I know, like, okay, I'm sure Luke is never gonna go out and buy this card.
But I love
Well,
Gengar.
but he loves Gengar,
So,
so I'm
yeah.
gonna hook him up with a Gengar.
Agree. Yeah, I don't remember
Card.
when or why I gave it to you, but I knew you wanted it. I think I bought it
Such a
from
sick artwork too, man. It's
Yeah.
such a cool artwork.
it's either Gamers World or it was LCS. But saw it and I was like, I know Jason will want this card, so I got it.
Appreciate it, man. And now I have it displayed on my desk, sitting on
Nice.
one of the cards that I have displayed on my desk. So
Dang,
I'll go
who's
next.
Dang,
All right.
I only one card to split.
So I have a sports card. There's a lot on this label, so I'm gonna have to turn it around. But this is a Paul Goldschmidt card. It's not a rookie card, but it's a 2015 Topps Chrome illustrious autographs. It's in a PSA slab. It got a 10. It has this autograph there on the bottom, and it's numbered out of 25. This is number 4. What's interesting is that on the back of the card, you probably won't be able to read it. Camera's not good enough. It's right down here. It says the signing of all Topps autographs is witnessed by a Topps representative to guarantee authenticity. So pointing that out just as a callback to maybe 10 episodes ago when we were talking about that whole scandal with the guy faking autographs and how nobody knows what's real and what's not anymore. So this one apparently was witnessed by a Topps employee, so I feel comfortable about that. And otherwise, I guess the only couple other things I could say about this card are I'm not a fan of Paul Goldschmidt. I think yeah, he was on the Diamondbacks at the time. Not a Diamondbacks fan. But I bought this because when did I buy this? 2021 or 2022, and at the time he was playing really well, and I think either that season or the season after he won an MVP. Correct me if I'm wrong, something like that. Yeah, and I bought it with the intention to sell it when he at the end of that season or the next season because he was playing really well. I bought it in April, whatever season that was, and I was going to sell it for more money, ideally. He ended up winning the MVP. I still have it though because I'm
Sweet.
super lazy, super duper lazy.
Hold it now.
But he'll probably make the Hall of Fame.
He's
So
definitely one of those like right on the cusp of,
don't you say that. He'll make the Hall of Fame.
he
Make
might
the Hall of
fall
Fame for Luke's
into
card purposes.
he might fall into Eric's world of of really good. The
Damn
Hall
it.
of really good.
I think he's gonna make it.
He might.
Oh, I forgot
Maybe.
this is an orange reference.
I'm
so
not
if
sure he's
anybody-
going to have the counting stats.
Yeah,
And he never really
I think he'll
won
be
anything,
close, but
so just
So there it is. Paul Goldschmidt card, autographed, orange reference, numbered out of 25. Boom. Okay, who's next?
So this card, I bought this card recently. It's a Pokemon card, PSA 10. Another thing that I do now that I join Whatnot Breaks is I go into Pokemon rooms and I'm just on the hunt for Obsidian Flames packs. Because of the Ninetales that Jason started my obsession with, that Ninetales SAR, and now the Scissor, and the Cleffa, and the Pidgey, and the Pidgeot.
well, you
Pidgeot.
started the Cleffa one.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm on Obsidian Flames is now my favorite set, modern set. So I bought 2 copies of this card, one to keep and one to hopefully sell in the future.
Is it the Zard?
No. I see this is another problem. I didn't even know the Zard was a thing until I got into a Whatnot and I was like, "Hey, do you have any Obsidian Flames packs?" And then someone
Chase
replied
card, man.
at Jelly Cards, "Zard incoming." And I was like, "What?" And then I went to eBay and I was like, "Oh shit, this is a cool Charizard." But anyway, it's the Gloom SIR.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah, so it's Gloom in like the middle of a jungle on some sort of tree branch / log. Yeah, I bought this card because of both collecting / investment purposes. That's why I bought 2. I want to hold one for my collection and then sell this one in the future. Gem rate is low. It's got really cool artwork. There's a couple Weedles on the bottom, like looking at each other, which is really cute and really cool. And I think that the artwork on these cards is getting really awesome. So, and I'm pretty sure there's an Oddish hiding somewhere in here too. But yeah, that's my show and tell card. Eric, what do you got?
Oh, hell
dear
yeah.
Lord.
Coming in
Speaking
with
of
Jesus
Zard.
heat.
Christ.
Coming in with heat. Good thing we let
Yes.
him go. No wonder he didn't want to go first. This guy's tossing heat.
Bravo.
Gym Challenge Charizard, but it's the corrected.
Yeah, listen to this fucking
it's
guy.
the
Oh yeah, no
corrected
big
symbol.
fucking deal or anything.
So
It's an
you
air
know.
card?
Symbol.
No, it's the
Corrected.
corrected version.
Yeah, this guy's watching
Ah.
the Cubs. He's not even paying attention. He's watching the Cubs game. in the
So
background.
usually, I do have the Cubs game on. They are up 6-2. Usually they have the little strength symbol printed in that first line there, but I got the one that's like that they corrected very late in the run, so it's actually more rare than the air card.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, PSA 5. Front is very, very clean. I don't know why this got a 5. The back's it's not even the back. I don't know. Just like, should I crack this?
Crack. Speaking of that, I got like 5 cards here that need to be cracked, so
Woo!
add it to the list.
We cracking, y'all.
Eric, how many
I'm
air
getting all
cards
sweaty
you got?
now.
man?
Oh, I'm getting all sweaty.
How many air cards you got in your collection, man?
Not enough. I got to get back to collecting those. I really fell off for a minute.
Did you
but-
ever get the Dragonite?
No, not the really, really expensive one. That's another one that was corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Probably even
That's
more
like-
expensive now.
Yeah, that was one that was
Dude,
corrected, and
exactly.
they like printed like a sheet or two. It seemingly because they're super rare.
And see, that's
You
the
can
thing
find
about Pokemon, and we can get back into the topics because that's the thing. Like, there are so many cards that I've wanted for my own personal collection that I just never pulled the trigger on. The Beedrill alternate art from Astral Radiance. Beedrill is my all-time favorite Pokemon. I don't understand why I never bought that card. In PSA 10s back when that set was released, that was like a $60 card in a PSA 10. They're now like $150 cards. And that's the point. It's like every single Pokemon card is going to go up in money, in my opinion. Almost every single one.
It's
Like, that's not
inevitable.
even that. It's inevitable that they're going to increase in money. It's it's crazy when you look
Especially
at
if they're
Pokemon
vintage.
cards and you compare them to sports cards, and it's like, why would you even buy a sports card, man? Like,
Boy, here we go.
why are you even like, if you want to make money off of buying cards,
Yeah.
you should be buying Pokemon, man. Like, if a Beedrill
Dude.
alternate art, which is not even the top chase in the set, is going to accrue value over time, and that set has the what was it? I think it was the Giratina in it. The Giratina alternate art, I think, came from Astral Radiance.
Awesome card.
And so now I'm looking at it going like, well, damn, now when I actually want to go and buy this damn alternate art card, I'm going to be spending more than double of what it was worth back then when I should have just pulled the trigger and bought it.
So is Pokemon the best single thing to buy, and then sports is the best thing to rip?
That's a good way to
Well, I
put
mean,
it.
just like think about it.
Pokemon
Like,
for both.
John says no.
yeah, but Pokemon doesn't have like one of ones
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
five.
to rip it,
So
yeah, I
it's
think
like
you're right.
when you rip something like that, it's like, oh, okay, now I have enough money to buy stuff and rip for 5 years because I just hit. Obviously, you got to get lucky, like really lucky. But like if you're just looking single hunting, and like you guys say, Jason and John, who are like actually thinking about it, I think a very correct way with low gem rates. If you can find those cards and buy them and then just sit on them, like that's way better than betting on Jack Caglione. It's just like, or, any sort of, well, I guess we're talking baseball. Football's a little, maybe a different, and basketball's different, but I also don't give a shit about basketball.
No,
at
I
all,
think
so-
you're
That's
100%
an
right.
interesting.
It's
I
just
think
like if you're looking for if you're single hunting, it seems like Pokemon's kind of will stable out, and then as like new sets come out and then people go back and remember old cards, they're like, oh shit, and then that just like drives the price up. So
Yeah,
I don't know
you
how
might
else
be
to
on.
explain it.
No,
I
I
don't
honestly
know.
think you
I
might
don't
be
know.
onto something here, and now you might have me never looking at a single sports card ever again.
Well, like I said, like I don't even want to. It's like really, it's hot. Even for PC, like I don't even want to buy cards of players
Yeah,
because they leave, they suck, they get hurt, they like whatever. Like I'd much rather buy a I'd much rather
Dugong.
buy a Figaro card. I'd much rather
Yeah.
buy a Figaro the cat card or a Pinocchio card, because they're not changing. Like there's no up and down. There's no like, oh, I like this guy, he was on my team, now this person's not on my team, so I don't care about him. Or this guy just blew out both of his knees and now his cards are worthless. Or this guy like loves 14-year-olds like Wander Franco. Now my
My
cards
God.
are worthless. It's like, but I mean, it's like, it's everything like
Yeah.
that you have to consider. Like think about people who were heavy on Wander Franco, which was rightly so. Now they're
A lot of
like,
people.
man, awesome. That literally 100K sunk.
That was me, man.
Yeah, but you weren't as bad as probably some people.
No, I wasn't.
were
But
like- Yeah,
I have
so,
two
like,
of them that now they're fucking worthless.
It's.
But here's
like,
the thing. Here's the thing to remember. Charizard's not going to bat at 200.
Exactly, man. Charizard's
not going to blow out his knee.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
Charizard.
You'd probably bat like 370, honestly, if you played in the league.
Yeah,
I don't know, he's
Charizard would
got
be the
small-
Babe
he's
Ruth
got
of
370,
700
80
sports.
home runs.
I don't know. He's got skinny arms.
Just use
And
his
he's also
wing.
only
Yeah, but
5'7".
think about like when you play Pokemon Trainer in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and you get the bat, he still swings the fuck out of that thing. So I'm not worried.
Yeah, but so
That's
does
what we're basing
Pikachu in
his
the
average
same
off.
breath. Like in the same.
Pikachu,
Pikachu
too?
also smacks.
Yes,
Lucario smacks.
Lucario
Exactly.
smacks, but I just think
Kirby
Charizard
is
would
obviously
probably
the
hit
best.
more
Down,
bombs.
Yeah,
Which
Kirby.
Super Smash character will have the highest batting average in the MLB? That's a good podcast
Ness,
discussion
Ness.
right there. Definitely Ness.
Ness.
Probably Ness. Yeah.
PK Fire. It's definitely
What
Ness.
was
It's a good answer.
King DDD? Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, a little minions fell. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, but no, I think you are correct in saying that I think Pokemon might be the best like singles card to buy into. And yes, like here's the thing about it: sports cards. Sure, There's no Pokemon card other than the Illustrator Pikachu that's gonna sell for over $1 million. But you can buy but you can pull a sports card that's going to be worth, even 6 figures. No
I don't
Pokemon
even
card
know
right
any
now
other.
that you're
Yeah,
pulling fresh out of a pack, even graded in a PSA 10, is going to be worth 5 figures. Like, as of right now, that's not gonna be happening.
I can't
As of
see it,
right
John.
now, that's
I
not
don't. I
happening.
don't even
Right.
know.
You
Like
mean like
Maybe
when
I
a
don't even
set comes out?
Yeah, like, here's the
Yeah.
thing,
Okay.
Destin Ri
what was
it's
the
crazy
peak
to think,
Umbreon? Like I don't even know what was the highest sold Umbreon at the
like,
whatever time.
3,000?
Okay,
3,000 in a
so
PSA 10? Like,
yeah, and so you're not even.
John, it wasn't 10 grand, man.
I'm gonna check the peaks. All right. What are you yelling at me for, man? I'm just looking it
I'm
up.
just telling you because you're like, dude, there's no way an Umbreon sold for 10
During
grand.
the psychotic era of the card boom.
Yeah. That Umbreon, the Moonbreon was only selling
That's the problem. It can only sell for that much because there isn't SPs and SSPs of that same card. So the market eventually will flood.
It's actually crazy.
Flood
Yeah.
relatively compared to sports cards.
It's crazy to think that the Team Rockets Mewtwo SIR from Destin Rivals in a PSA 10 selling for like 1,800. Some are actually over $1,800. And then you look over to like Aaron Judge and you go, wow, like there's like Aaron Judge cards that are selling for like this amount. Like, that's crazy to think that a Pokemon card's like touching like valuable sports, like, top players in the league. And to think that a Pokemon card's like, that's why Destin Rivals now is selling for $500 for boosters, because everybody is chasing, either if they're ripping it, they're chasing the Mewtwo because in a PSA 10 that's a $2,000 card, or they're just holding it because they understand that the market's going to go up. And Evolving Skies booster box is now what, $1,500 when it was $130 when it came out.
Just imagine, like, if you had a chunk of cash, like, and you told yourself, you know what, I'm going to treat myself. I want 10 of these. And then you forget about them, and then you could sell them later for a ton of money.
That actually,
Shoulda, coulda,
dude,
woulda.
that happened to Timo cards. Like one of my close friends in the hobby. He messaged me on my personal page. He has 27 of the Charizard promo, where it's like do you know the one I'm talking about, Jason, where it's like he's like almost curved and flying in the sky in an attack, or he's either curved like laying / asleep and his tail is kind of curved.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that one. He has
That came
27 of
from
those.
the Ultimate Premium Collection Charizard. That had the
He's
3
got
promos in it.
Yep, he's got 27 of them, and they're
It's
like
going up in value.
hundreds of dollars. Yep, $100 in
Yep.
a 10. And he messaged me, and I was
They're
like,
all
dude,
going up.
send them.
That's the craziest thing too, because a lot of
Listen it, man.
these cards, like a lot of just the promo cards that if you buy an ETB and open it up and they have promo cards in those are now being so sought after by collectors in Pokemon that you can sell the promo card that everybody's getting out of the set. If you're opening up ETBs, you're getting that card. We sold those couple of Greninjas.
Yeah,
It's insane how much people are spending, and they're just tossing cash out at this Pokemon market and they're driving it up. But are we one day going to see a crash?
that's a great question.
Like
That's
we
what I was
kind of
gonna.
like how we kind of did in sports cards. We
I don't
saw a
know.
huge dip in sports cards. I mean, Wander Franco rookie cards, 1,300 for paper rookies, and now
Yeah, I don't think when you say crash, I don't think it would be a crash. If people become less interested in Pokemon cards over a long period of time, that seems more likely to me than just a flat out crash. Because when I think Pokemon is the cards. That's like their main thing. That in the video games, there's plenty of video games out there, and I'm not just tossing the video games to the side. I don't know what the revenue is for the video games versus the cards, but if if you're thinking that there might be a crash, in Pokemon cards, then that whole Pokemon industry would be in trouble, which I don't think will happen because I think we've
It
said it on the
hasn't.
podcast. Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise in the world
Yeah.
in history. So if I'm putting my money on Pokemon, I'd feel very comfortable.
That's wow. Yeah, you know what? I mean, are even if Pokemon decided to make an announcement, hey, next year, our 30th year, we're no longer making Pokemon cards. You know that all that's gonna
Oh,
do is just
man.
drive the market.
Yeah, things
That
would go
would
nuts.
every single card and every single set would just triple in value if they announced like this is it, 30 years, we had a great run, we're done.
Yeah, we're closing up shop.
We're done. Like
Dude,
we're no
it's
longer
man.
making.
Oh my god, people might die.
I have to give a
like,
shout
at the
out to a
Pokemon
lot of
Center.
these, like a lot of the creators of Pokemon, like the illustrators, to be able to come up with all these different Pokemon and Pokemon names is like, how do you do it? Like, how do you just keep coming up with new Pokemon? We're on what, like generation 9 or whatever it is. But like
I don't
I
think they
I don't
could
even
do
think
it.
if Pokemon just
What do you mean, Eric?
I'm like thinking if they just said, yeah, we're done. Like Japan as a country would be like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, right.
Like you can't. I would imagine that Pokemon is a fair amount of their GDP, like as a country. So they're gonna be like, no, you can't do that. Like you can't do that. That's not allowed because we're gonna lose a huge chunk of
Yeah.
our revenue as a country. Like Japan
That's
and Pokemon
crazy.
are like they've like fully integrated Pokemon into their culture.
yeah,
To where like
that's
it's
very
like
true.
our parents are like Pokemon, where like the same people over there are like they know what's going on. They know Pikachu and stuff. Like
Yeah, because they're dressing like them.
right, it's exactly.
You know, they're wearing the
So-
costumes. Like I think you even see it like baseball games. Like you see Pikachu show up in like baseball games, for, for Japanese baseball games. Like it is a part of the culture. Like Pokemon is just one of the big things that they have there.
And like Luke said, like it's almost to the point where you're like, I'm betting on Pokemon or I'm betting on Google.
Yeah,
Both of them are like been successful for 30, whatever. Google's probably a little bit older than Pokemon, maybe by 5-ish years. But like,
No, Pokemon's been around longer.
so there you go. Like you're like, it's almost to the point where you could argue like, yeah, I could buy Google stock or I could buy Pokemon cards, and you
My
sell it
cards
to
is the answer.
you tell that to like some boomer, they're gonna be like, what? But it's like it is what
Hey.
it is.
when Gengar's card market alone,
That
when
was a good
Gengar's
voice.
card market alone is outpacing like Bitcoin and Google and all these other major like tech companies,
Hey,
like
watch it with the Bitcoin. Bitcoin's unstoppable. Buy Bitcoin.
yeah, but guess what? Gengar's doing better than Bitcoin.
I don't know about
Year
that.
to year, they put out look at the numbers.
Did
I would
Like,
rather have one Bitcoin than one Gengar.
Well,
I'll
I'm
just
just
get
I
that.
know the
I'll
amount. I
get
know
that
the
on-
amount.
I'd get
but,
that on the
like I'm
record.
just saying percentage wise,
Yeah, percent-wise, yeah.
also wrong.
It's
Sure.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a post on it the other day, John.
Whoever posted that is a
Am
liar.
I don't know what are you looking at then?
One Bitcoin is like $115,000. You're telling me the percentage increase of
percent.
yeah.
The
back in-
percentage of Gengar's market increasing versus Bitcoin's market year to date. I saw a post that Gengar is like outperforming Bitcoin in percentage wise, not obviously money per like Gengar card. All right,
All
I'm
right.
gonna find the post and I'll send it to you.
Find the post, send it to me. But anyway, the main point is that you're right. Like Eric's right, Luke's right. There's no reason to buy. If you want to invest your money, buying Pokemon is not a bad decision. And the beautiful thing
If you know
about
what
it is
you're
that
doing, like if you know what
even
you're
if you
kinda doing,
don't,
right?
if you just buy like, hey, I'm going to buy 5 of these $300 booster boxes, and people are like, what?
But yeah, I
What?
guess
You
if
just
you're
spent
getting to the point
$1,500?
now, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
3 years later, they're like, hey, what happened to those $1,500 booster boxes? Yeah, they're about $7,000 now. I'm like, huh? like Eric said.
I mean,
What?
we look at Destined Rivals and we go $500 for a booster box. Like that's insane. Is it though? Is it still at a
It
price
is.
where it's like you can buy like
It's
two
insane to me.
$500 booster boxes and then maybe in a couple of years it's gonna double in money? Oh, I eventually think it's gonna get to a point where it's like it's going to be like sports cards and it's just gonna be a lot of money to buy into these boxes. ETBs are gonna be $150, $200. ETBs are what a booster box used to cost back in the day. That's what an ETB is gonna be. It's kind of already there right now.
That's
I
so
need to know
sad.
I need to know what the demand is. I need to know what their market demand is for collectors versus players. Because at some point, the players are not going to let it get that expensive. Because they're going to be like, hey, man, I don't give a shit about what these cards like grade or whatever. Like, I need them for what's actually printed on them. And I can't be paying $250 for ETB. And I'm not doubting that what Jason said is correct. Like, it's trending that way because boosters are already insane.
Yeah.
But like
and
the
the sad
players at
thing
some
is-
point are going to be like, how do I build decks?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
how am I building new meta? How am I keeping up with the new meta unless I'm rich? Which is annoying.
thing.
And it wasn't supposed to it wasn't supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be for kids.
Bingo. Clip that. Beautiful. That's what it's going to get to, and that's why people are pissed. You're going to get to a point where all the people who are making decks and are playing the game are going to be forced to
Or
stop.
maybe their demand isn't high enough, right? Like maybe Pokemon's like, yeah, whatever. You'll leave, but you'll just be replaced by more collectors.
I don't know about that.
Like that's what I mean. Like, when they're making these cards, how much do they care about the actual TCG?
I'm assuming that they
there
care
is
a lot.
definitely there's a department of math nerds who are doing it because they love like making up like the metrics and stuff and like figuring out how this whole new release could be built as decks and play together. You know, they're geniuses. Like the math that goes into designing these games is so crazy. But like the presidents and them, they don't give a shit. Like they don't care. Oh, you're playing it. You're buying these cards to play. You're buying these cards to collect. I don't care. You're buying them. It stopped at you're buying. Like I don't care. So like, oh, I could charge more, then I'm going to do that because more money is good for me. So that's what I'm worried. Like if the players demand is like, if the market share for players is 25% or less, like that's a kind of a minority that's not going to probably be heard very well.
Mm-hmm. And they're all pissed about it.
Say 10% of that leaves, so now you're down to 15% players. Well, that 10% will be happily replaced by collectors, and the Pokemon company is not going to give a shit.
Do you think that the 10%
because they're getting the money? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Collectors or people who are just
it's obviously growing. Like just based on what like the S&P article, like obviously there's room for more collectors. They haven't
until Kevin O'Leary gets into Pokemon.
Oh God, they haven't reached the price. They haven't reached the price point where boosters and ETBs are sitting unsold on shelves.
Exactly.
And until they reach that price, why do they give a shit?
Yeah, they don't. Same goes for Topps / Fanatics.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think the use of the word collectors is what's going to trigger people, because the argument will be if there are 25% people playing the game, buying the cards to play the game, they're getting priced out by investors. They're getting priced out by people who want to buy every single ETB that hits Pokemon Center and resell it.
Welcome to the real world. It's literally private equity buying public property. It's the same exact thing. It's the same theory. Like that's just the real world. Like people are finding a market they can flip in, and they will budge their way in and price out everybody who they can, because they know eventually it'll all come back to them if they buy it all.
I'm trying to think of like a crashable situation. I don't think there is. I
don't think there is. The
Yeah.
only crashable situation
Like,
is
even
them
if
just refusing to buy the cards. Like it would have to get to a point where, like Eric said, like those boxes, they would have to sit on the shelves. No one's touching them. It's never going to get to that point. It will
It
never
I'll
get to that point because there's somebody out there that's going to end up just buying them all.
if Pokemon in quotes crashes, then I think we got bigger things to worry about in our
explain.
lives.
What do you mean?
Because okay, like we've said, Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise in the world in human history. Okay, Pokemon makes Pokemon cards, trading cards, which is not a necessity. However, if people are going to go out and spend their money, seems to be that one of the first places they're spending their money and or spending a lot of it is with the Pokemon company. So if the Pokemon company isn't getting their money and hence they crash, again air quotes, then that means we're fucked because
Everything else
nobody has
around
any
us
money.
has definitely gone to shit. Yes. Right?
Right.
Yes. I get what he's saying. He's like,
I understand too.
I literally can't buy Pokemon cards because I have to buy canned cat food to eat like I'm Charlie from Always Sunny.
Yeah. I got
Yes.
you, Luke. Okay. But what about yeah, so prices are just gonna keep going up then. And they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna get to a
Well,
point where it's like, if I sell this
Yeah.
booster for $750, they're gonna sit. Nope, somebody will buy them. And
Honestly,
to Eric's point,
it's like,
what's stopping them?
Yeah,
Nothing
here's
is
a
stopping
perfect example of it. I bought the Cleffa illustration rare from Obsidian Flames. I bought it at $193, which was up from when you bought it, John, at what, 140? I turned around and sold that card like 2 weeks later for $275. 2 weeks later.
See what I mean? Like,
That
but
card almost increased $100 in 2 weeks.
man, if Pokemon wants to get like full on, we don't care / greedy, if they start numbering stuff, sports cards is like, nobody's gonna give a shit about sports cards. All of the people who are in sports
I've
cards for
said that
investing,
before, like,
they're gonna shift to the Pokemon world
yeah.
because those
like,
Pokemon
why don't they
prices
just
for numbered
Imagine a
Pokemon cards,
101 Charizard.
it's gone.
Imagine
That's
them
going to be
putting
so lame if they do that, by the way. I'm
I
going to
agree.
hate that.
Yeah, and
I hope
that
they
might push
don't.
me to stop buying Pokemon cards. Like, why would I want to? I don't want to compete with that. Like, that's not. I'm not
At least
getting
for
involved with that.
collective, like using my spending money to spend it on Pokemon cards for my PC. Yes, agreed. I wouldn't do that anymore because
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pokemon cards
But
is sort
if
of
you can
a,
find an opportunity to buy a sealed product when these, hypothetically these bullshit numbered cards come out, or even auto or whatever by the illustrators, yeah, I would still buy those and hold them for the sake of an investment. But I'd be angry about it.
It's, when you think about, when you compare Pokemon to sports cards, and you understand that all the Pokemon collectors and all the Pokemon investors, they buy even like the crap of Pokemon. Like they'll buy those promo boxes that have, like we used to think like, okay, booster boxes are your best chances of getting hits. Like nobody cares anymore. It's not like baseball cards where people aren't buying blasters anymore. People are, because they understand there's no hits in a blaster box. No, everybody just wants everything Pokemon. They'll get whatever it is, even the 2-pack blisters that are sitting on the shelves. They're going to buy up all of them and they don't care. They're going to buy up all of them. They're going to rip them out. They're going to put a stack on there. They're going to go on and whatnot, and they're going to sell the packs and they're going to, make profit off of it because they're probably going to double the price. Packs worth $5. I'm going to sell it for $10.
Yeah, that's what's happening, man. And that's why people are getting pissed, including me.
But
what are you
like
supposed to
Eric
do?
said, well, welcome to the real world. Guess what?
Welcome
if
to
things are making
capitalism.
money, if something's going to be making money, people are selling Cheetos, man, because they look like Charizard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, everybody's running out to the grocery stores, buying bags of Cheetos, looking for a Cheeto that might look like something. Just happens.
It does happen.
That's what happens. If something's going to make you money, people are gonna jump on that bandwagon, and they're gonna ride it until there's something else happens. Like
So
Eric
if you had
talks
a
about with
choice,
watches all the time and sneakers.
if you had a choice
Yeah.
between a
Well,
modern
yeah,
sports
that's
card,
crazy. Yeah.
a modern Pokemon card, you guys think that buying the Pokemon card is a better deal, better idea? Assuming that your
In
hold
terms
window
of,
is
like,
like
what's
a
It's
gonna
year.
just
accrue in
like
value?
the thing with Pokemon cards versus sports cards is it's so much easier and cleaner to comp. Like
That's true.
there's not like fucking of 10, but there's 8 different of 10s because it's the red ba and the red b and the ba 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 and the ba ba ba. Like
Yes.
it's
Preach.
just
Yep.
like
Yep.
it's so,
Agree.
and they purposely make it confusing. Like they purposely load it because people just get like, okay, I gotta get this, and then this is the of this and this and this and this, and like Pokemon, it's
And not to mention that you have the Pokemon company makes Pokemon cards. They're the only company that does
yeah.
it. But for sports cards, you got Topps, you got Bowman, you got Chrome, you got Contenders, you got
You got Chrome.
Allen and Ginter, you got fucking Leaf,
Gypsy Queen.
all of these card
Different
companies
sets,
that
yeah.
make
Yeah, just so many
that make
sets.
cards of the same player.
True.
Yeah, that is you. Those are my gripes with sports cards, Eric. I
It's
totally
like
agree with you.
like I get it. You're like, okay, I get it, but like let's just get back to where there's one of one. And there's 10 of 10s. Like I don't need one of one, and one's black and one's gold and one's this and one's see-through and one's got the dude with no pants on. Like there's too much. It's too much. Like there's just too much going on. Like
I actually wish that Pokemon would go back to how it was when it was WOTC and just give us hollows. That's
yes.
it.
Mm,
Give us good-looking hollows.
dude.
Enough with the IRs and the alternate arts and the
Yeah,
special
like that was like
IRs
their
and all this
version
stuff.
to like make it all
just make it simple for us. I just want a beautiful looking hollow with maybe with a swirl on it if I get lucky.
right.
Right.
And that was like
And
the luck you were chasing was
and
the
that was the
swirl.
luck. Like that was the rare card to have. Like, oh my god, mine has a hollow swirl.
Yeah,
on
mine-
it.
And
that's the SP.
on that note, the special illustration rares and those other variations also bother me, but Pokemon still has my attention because the way that I look at those cards versus numbered cards and versus numbered sports cards and other variations and whatever type of sports cards is that at least with these special illustration rares and the Pokemon variations is that it's a unique card and I just look at it as like another rare.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty of the Pokemon is like they're not taking these SIRs, making a base rare one, and then like, oh, Umbreon is pink instead of black for 10 of them. Like
Right,
I mean,
so-
they actually kind of are doing that though, because now you have like the EX ones where it's just a regular Pokemon card, but then it's them with like a hollow foil on it, and then they're like almost kind of 3D, like they're coming out of like
coming
the
out
actual
of the
frame.
square. Yeah.
But is it a
then they
totally
also
different
have-
card or like illustration compared to whatever the base card is?
Yes.
Now, maybe okay, so like that's
Yeah.
cool with me. That doesn't bother me. But what does bother me are for Pokemon are, for example, the like for Pokemon 151, there was the Master Ball reverse hollow versus the Pokeball reverse hollow versus like just the base card.
Yeah.
To me, that's bullshit because you're just making the same card with a slight adjustment and it's sort of in between a completely unique card and just a numbered card that's like no different. It's like somewhere in the middle that kind of bothers me, but it's passable.
Okay.
Where I would like still be interested in collecting.
But they have gotten it to a point where, yeah, you have like your main card, like, Charizard will have a hollow in there. And then there's going to be a Charizard, EX. And then Charizard has a full art. And then Charizard now also has, the
Secret
the
full
SIR,
art.
the
Yeah.
alternate
VMAX.
art,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. Yeah, so they have gotten to that point where like if the set is emphasizing like certain Pokemon, they will have like 4 different cards, all different artworks, but there'll be 4 different ones. But Pokemon's even getting to a point where they have like the evolution chain of one Pokemon, but it's all the same artwork. So if you have all three of the
Sick.
cards and you
The
put them together,
the Bulbasaur line.
it's
Yeah,
all
sick.
one image, and it's
Yeah,
sick, man. It's so
that's
cool
how
that
they
they're
should
getting
do
to
it.
because now you're getting those collectors who like, well, if I have the one, I might as well have all three of them.
Because it's
Yeah,
something
for
they
sure.
made it so you can put it in a
Yeah.
binder,
Yep.
and it looks like a
Yep.
picture,
And then it
which is
looks like
cool.
an actual picture. It looks like an actual artwork, and they're getting. I mean, they're getting very like, come on, like these alternate arts, the SIRs, these artworks are like, they're incredible.
But to
Like
Luke's
some of them are
point,
so
it's like
nice.
all those cards are like the Charizard. All those cards are 4 unique cards, and that's all they are. It's not like I have to look up the Charizard SIR. Oh, actually, sorry, this is the refractor. Oh, what you sent was actually the diamond. Oh, sorry, this is actually the ray wave. Oh, sorry, no, this is actually the like Pokemon doesn't do that bullshit. So it's like it's way easier to track. It's way easier to like it actually this is probably why it's comparable to stocks, because it's the most comparable to
Straightforward.
stocks.
Yeah.
It's the most straightforward card collecting you can do because they don't do all these like goofy ass variations. Then you introduce autographs, then you introduce like all the other like relic shit. Like it's too hard to track. I mean, it's cool, it's fun when you're in it with sports, but Pokemon's just way easier to track and manage if you're looking at it like a stock.
Let me ask you guys this, and we can end on this one. Back in the day, Pokemon also partnered with Topps, and they had regular Topps cards and they had Topps Chrome cards.
I know where you're going.
Do you ever think
Yes.
that day is going to come back
Yes.
where Pokemon partners
Yes.
with Fanatics and Topps,
Yep.
and they bring back Topps Pokemon cards and Topps Chrome?
Yep. I think today was a soft launch of that.
True, with the Disney ones. I can definitely. You can't
Those
tell me
boxes
that
are gonna be crazy
Yeah.
you cannot
expensive.
tell me that Fanatics is not trying to reach out to the Pokemon company and say, "Hey, you remember back in the day when you partnered with Topps and made Pokemon cards? Let's do it again."
I hope they don't.
It depends on what they it just depends, I guess, on what they look like and what they're pitching them as.
What do you
Because
mean?
I will admit those Topps cards back in the day were fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, are they
Really
gonna
Derek,
are
what do
they
you
gonna redo 151? Are they going to be a scatter shot of like Gen 9 through 1? I think that has a
That's
huge
true.
difference because
I think they would have to add in the other generations to just cater to not just
What
to
year
go
was the-
instantly back to like, let's just print,
2000
Ooh,
maybe
2000.
Anybody know? Luke?
2001?
Yeah.
What year was Topps Chrome Pokemon?
I don't know.
Maybe they'll
I
do an
think
anniversary
Jason-
2001.
I
2001,
gifted you guys some.
2002.
You should know.
Yeah, they're my.
Yeah, you
thing.
did give me the Beedrill one. It's in my
I
box.
I got a Vulpix.
I think the
Oh, yeah,
opposite.
Maybe
I think
99 or 2000.
I think
don't
they
know.
have to go after the group of money with other group. I think they have to. I think if I don't know, but I'm biased. I would go back and do what you did in 2000. Do Gen 1, maybe 2. That's it. Because everybody who loves those Pokemon has money.
Bingo.
Like, I don't care about kids in this sense. If this is like a collab, if this is like a collab thing, if it's a collab, it's a straight up money grab. It's a money get. I don't give a shit about the kids because they don't have money. I'm going to target all the 30-year-olds who grew up
Like
playing
us.
this game. Yep. And they're like, oh my God, I have a whole binder of those. I need a whole binder of these new ones.
Damn, now I got to go buy some damn Topps Chrome.
So I
Pokemon
mean, like
cards.
that's what I would
That's the
do,
problem,
but
man.
they're not going to do that if they ever collab. They'll do like a
I'm screwed.
whole. It'll probably be
It's
more like
just like a-
151, where it doesn't hit as hard
But
as
they're
I
gonna.
thought it would.
Yeah, they're gonna sell out immediately, and then
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon's gonna
But
be
you
like,
won't even touch them.
oh,
You won't even be able to
okay.
touch them.
"Fine, we could do this again," and that's just gonna be a really big problem for me.
Oh, if
I'm
they do it
pissed.
one time, they will probably continue to do it every single year, and
Yeah, I
it'll
hope
just
that
be
doesn't
that'll
happen.
just be a part of like Topps. Yeah, but we can
I
end
don't
on
even-
that because that just came to my head when I was like, oh shit, that's probably coming. If Disney's partnering with Topps, man, it's a matter of times before Pokemon and Fanatics meet and they figure something out to bring it back because that was what they did in the past. So John, I know that upset you. I'm sorry. You don't have to, again, you don't have to recap the entire one, but you can close it out. Give us your final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts. Thank you everybody for listening. It's been a while since we did a Pokemon episode, and I wanted to shout out the guy who messaged us on Instagram for reaching out and asking us about Pokemon cards and talking about listening to the podcast. Appreciate that a lot. It's always fun talking about Pokemon cards, not only because of the collectors in us, but also now, like Eric said, like we've all said, as adults now, we have the money to buy them, keep them, sell them, buy more. It's fun to be involved in that side of the hobby. But as I've gotten more involved in it recently, it's starting to get me a little bit frustrated. And if you're on that side and you're enjoying it, you're making a lot of money, I want to hear from you too. Like, we would love to hear those stories. People have got to be out there making a living on Pokemon cards. I know that the quote unquote scalper community is like shit on every day. But hey man, if you want to talk about it, I'll hear, I'll listen. We're collectors, so we may be biased, but I still want to hear other people's opinion. And yeah, if you are a collector of Pokemon cards, please, by all means, reach out to us on social media, on Instagram, X, at Jellycards, JELICARDS. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Jason works really hard on all that stuff. Follow and listen to the Jellycards podcast on Apple and Spotify. If you enjoy the podcast, please rate it. It'd mean a lot to me. So yeah, thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening. Upset now. I want to buy more Pokemon cards, but then I'm going to go look up Pokemon cards and they're going to be like $500. I'm just going to be sad again. But at the same time, we've talked about it on previous episodes. It's nice to see. It's nice to see that a lot of people are really interested in Pokemon and the prices just keep going up because of that interest. So I'm going to hold on to that. So thank you, everybody. Hope we have an amazing weekend and an amazing week ahead. And as always, keep spreading the love of this hobby from your friends at Jellycards.